when I go home at night, my wife, although she's not involved with the business, she likes to know what's going on with the business. So rather than give her addresses, which won't mean anything to her, I call them, I have nicknames to them. So for instance, I have a 3-family on Center Street in Trenton, and 2 of the apartments are rented by 2 sisters. So that property is called Sister Act. I have another property where, I hope he doesn't hear this, where the first time I met the owner, he had a life-size mannequin sitting at the table. Don't ask me. I call him Mannequin Man. I have other properties that I just put name. This property that we've been on 34 Arlington is a HUD property. So instead of calling it 34 property, I just call it HUD. I mean, I finally rented out HUD, right? And she doesn't care about the address, you know. So that's why I nickname all of my properties. Money, because I knew what I was doing. I was always an REO agent. For those that don't know, REO stands for Real Estate Owned by the Bank. In other words, a foreclosure. So I've sold hundreds of foreclosures. So I would work with investors. I saw what they were doing. They were buying properties on the cheap, fixing them up and selling them for a profit, and I'm making a little bit of a commission. I had my team. I had an attorney. I had a general contractor. I had the title company. I had everything I needed, and I had the knowledge. The thing I didn't have was the money, and this was before I really learned about creative financing. That was another key element. Learning, getting a coach, an education, and learning about creative financing. It doesn't have to be your money. How can you create something that's good that solves the seller's problem, and they get involved in the financing, and they're making some money on it? Why would they object to that if they can hold paper? But it benefits me too. So I always try to create something that benefits everybody. So if I have a seller, for instance, I have a seller who is about to retire. So he lent me money to buy HUD, 34 Arlington. And instead of paying him, the amortized loan would come to $270 a month. I'm paying him $500 a month. So I'm really amortizing or paying down the loan quickly. He's happy because he's going to retire in a couple of years, and that extra $500 a month means something to him, right? But I'm paying down the loan very aggressively. That loan will be paid off in 10 years. I'll own the house free and clear. Is he happy? He's happy. Does he get a benefit from it? He absolutely gets a benefit. Am I happy? Well, yeah, because I have financing on it. I didn't have to go through a bank. And my tenant, is paying the mortgage actually, because they're paying the loan, right? They're paying the rent. So I'm paying down the loan aggressively. I'm doing that on a few properties. So after in a certain time period, I'll own these properties free and clear. Even on this property where I borrowed $45,000 from the HUD property, 10 years will be paid off, but in 5 years I'll only owe like $17,000 on it. So I'm building equity quickly. And I still have cash flow on it. And again, in the happy game, everybody's happy because everybody wins.